Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate 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 Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Naranchaiva Narottamam
Naranjaiva Narottamam
Devin Saraswatin Vyasam
Devin Sarvanyasam
Tato Jayamudiraye
Tato Jaya Mudiraye
Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu
Nashtaprayesu Abhadresu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhaktin Bhavadirnaisiti
Bhaktin Bhavati Naistuki
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Devagi Nandanaya Cha
Devaki Nandanaya cha
Nandagopa Kumaraya
Nandagopakumaraya
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna, welcome all the devotees for the morning Japa session and Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. So today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam 1.19.24. 1.19.24, the appearance of Sukadeva Goswami, the chapter name. So please repeat the sloka behind me. Tataś pṛcchyam imam vipṛcche.
Tataś pṛcchyam imam vipṛcche.
Viśrabhya viprā iti kṛtyatāyām.
Viśrabhya viprā iti kṛtyatāyām.
Sarva-ātmanā mriyamāṇaiś kṛtyam.
Sarva-ātmanā mriyamāṇaiś kṛtyam.
śuddhaṁ tatra abhiyuktāḥ.
śuddhaṁ tataḥ abhiyuktāḥ.
Word by word meaning, please repeat behind me. Tataḥ,
Tataḥ,
as such.
as such.
Cha,
Cha,
and. Vaha,
Vaha,
unto you.
unto you.
Pṛcchyam,
Pṛcchyam,
that which it is to be said.
that which
Is to
is
be
to be
said.
asked.
Sorry.
Asked.
That which is to be asked.
That which is to be asked.
Imam,
Imam,
this.
this.
Vipṛcche,
Viprāḥ,
beg to ask you.
beg to ask you.
Viśrabhya,
Viśrabhya,
trustworthy.
trustworthy.
Viprāḥ,
Viprāḥ,
brāhmaṇas.
brāhmaṇas.
Iti,
Iti,
thus.
thus.
Kṛtyatāyām,
Kṛtyatāyām,
out of all different duties.
out of all different duties.
Sarva-ātmanā,
sarva-ātmanā,
by everyone.
by everyone.
mriyamāṇaiḥ,
mriyamāṇaiḥ,
especially those who are just about to die.
those who are just about to die.
Cha,
Cha,
and.
kṛtyam,
dutiful.
śuddhaṁ,
perfectly correct. Cha, and. Tatra, therein. āmṛśata, by complete deliberation. abhiyuktāḥ, just befitting. Translation and purport by Sri Sabha Charanamati Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Translation, please repeat behind me. O trustworthy brāhmaṇas,
O trustworthy brāhmaṇas,
I now ask you
I now ask you
about my immediate duty.
about my immediate duty.
Please,
Please,
after proper deliberation,
after proper deliberation,
tell me
tell me
of the unalloyed duty
of the unallied duty
of everyone
of everyone
in all circumstances,
in all circumstances,
and specifically
and specifically
of those
of those
who are just about to die.
who are just about to die.
Purport. In this verse, the king has placed two questions before the learned sages. The first question is, what is the duty of everyone in all circumstances? And the second question is, what is the specific duty of one who is to die very shortly? Out of the two, the question relating to the dying man is most important because everyone is a dying man, either very shortly or after 100 years. The duration of life is immaterial, but the duty of the dying man is very important. Maharaja Pariksit placed these questions before Sukadeva Goswami also on his arrival, and practically the whole of the Srimad Bhagavatam, beginning from the second canto up to the last, the 12th canto, deal with these two questions. The conclusion arrived at thereof is that devotional service of the Lord Sri Krishna, as it is confirmed by the Lord himself in the last phase of Bhagavad Gita, is the last word is relation to everyone's permanent duty in life. Maharaja Pariksit was already aware of this fact, but he wanted the great sages assembled there to anonymously give their verdict on his conviction, so that he might be able to go on with his confirmed duty without controversy. He has especially mentioned the word Shuddha are perfectly correct. For transcendental realization or self-realization, many processes are recommended by various classes of philosophers. Some of them are first-class method and some of them are second-class or third-class methods. The first-class method demands that one give up all other methods and surrender unto the lotus feet of the Lord, and thus be saved from all sins and their reaction. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकये चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाशाच देशधारिणे। Hare Krishna. So today's sloka is talking about Pariksit Maharaj, after assembled in the bank of the Ganges, and all the Rishi Munis assembled there. And he decided to fast to death, and he declared that to the Munis, and they are all happy, and they wanted to be there until he leave this material world. And even the demigods also praising him. So that's what we discussed till yesterday. Now we are going to discuss about what Pariksit Maharaj is saying. Now he is asking, so now he is asking the Brahmanas means who are assembled there, all the sages. So he is asking about what is the immediate duty. So he is asking two questions there. One question is, what is the duty of everyone in all circumstances? And he is asking specifically for those who are just about to die. These are the two questions. He asked. And Prabhupada is explaining here, tell me the unalloyed duty of everyone in all circumstances. In any circumstance, what is the duty? And especially for the dying man. Prabhupada is telling that in this material world, all of us are dying men only. We may die later. We don't know when we are going to die. The death may come at any point of time. So the dharma, whatever we are going to follow, so the dharma at the time of death and in all circumstances, it will be obviously same, because death can come at any point of time. So that's what Prabhupada is explaining. And Prabhupada giving the another point is that the Srimad Bhagavatam from second canto to last 12th canto it is answering for these questions always. It is stressing the point what we need to do in the all the situations and by the time of death. So it is Krishna also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. So what Krishna is confirming? In 8.5, Bhagavad Gita 8.5, Krishna is saying, Ante kale cha mam eva smaran muktya kalevaram yap prayati sa madbhavam yati nasti atra samsayaha. So what is the meaning? And whoever at the end of his life quit his body, remembering me alone, at once attain my nature. Of this there is no doubt. So here he is saying that here this is the option only. To remember Krishna, it is option only. It is not necessary. Krishna is not stressing that everyone need to remember me alone. He is saying that at the time of, if you remember me, you will come back to me. If you are remembering something else, then you will attain that nature. So that's what Krishna is saying here. So Krishna, whatever the Bhagavad Gita he was explained to Arjuna, he always give the choices. He never forced Arjuna, you need to do this only. He explained all the slokas, all the Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, everything he explained to Arjuna. Finally, he asked Arjuna, now you decide which one is good for you. Then Arjuna, what he selected? So whatever he said, everything is correct. So I am going to surrender unto you. I is already surrendered unto you. Like that, Arjuna surrendered to Krishna. And whatever Krishna said, yes, Krishna, the whole motive of telling Bhagavad Gita is to make Arjuna to fight and destroy the miscreants. So that is the aim of Krishna. So finally, after hearing, but initially Arjuna was not ready to fight, but after hearing all the Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, he finally decided to do that. So finally he decided to surrender unto him. Okay. So that is the verdict. What is the verdict? Finally, Bhagavad Gita in Bhagavan Krishna, what he is saying? Sarva-dharman parityajya in Bhagavad Gita 18.66. Sarva-dharman parityajya mam ekam saranam vraja agam tvam sarva papebhyo mokshasyami ma suchaka. So this is the final verdict, final decision, final words of Sri Krishna to Arjuna. What is the final point? What is the key point there? Entire Bhagavad Gita we heard. What is the key point is, this is the key point. This is the takeaway from the entire Bhagavad Gita. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. Just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. So this is the thing we need to do in all circumstances. So we saw in the Bhagavatam sloka, there are two circumstances he talked. Pariksit Maharaj asked, in all circumstances, what I need to do, and especially for at the time of death, what I need to do. So here, Krishna giving the answer for this in Bhagavad Gita 16.6, all the circumstances, abandon all the variety of religion and just surrender unto me. Then I will deliver you from all sinful reactions. So do not fear. So this is the all the circumstances. And at the time of death, what we need to do? When you quit his body, remember me alone. He's not saying that you can remember anybody. He's not saying. You remember me alone. If you remember me, you will attain my nature. So this is the time of death, what we need to do. So answer already provided by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. But during that discussion, he was Pariksit Maharaj asking, because even Pariksit Maharaj is aware that this is the thing we supposed to do. But this is the duty of a person to ask the elderly person who are the saintly person to ask their final words. So what I need supposed to do. So always in the many, if you are facing some of the critical situation in our life, immediately we need to seek a guidance from a elderly person who has the experience. So here, Pariksit Maharaj, he is in the situation where he is supposed to die in the 7 days. So in that situation, he was seeking the help from asking the guidance from the sages who are assembled there. So in mundane life, if we are facing some situation, even in the material life also, we supposed to get a guidance from a experienced person. So even for the material life also, we require such guidance. Yes, they are experienced person, they are aware what is the plus and minus of that particular situation, and they will share their experience and what is said in the said by the other people. So they will bring up all those things, and so that we can conclude and we can select or we can follow them. So that's why we always need to, if there is if you have some situation we are facing, some critical situation, that situation we always need to seek the guidance of the elderly person. So here Prabhupada is mentioning the guidance, whatever the people are giving, if you are, it may be a first class method, second class method, and third class method. So there are multiple methods are there. If you are, be in the critical situation, so if Pariksit Maharaj, he was asking the sages what to do now. So the same Pariksit Maharaj, if we go and ask the current society people who are always partying, going for a pub, everything, they are enjoying the life. If such, even some people in America, they are at the age of 90 also, they wanted to go and dance with the women and they wanted to enjoy the drinks. So they are, even though they are unable to wake up and walk, but still they wanted to enjoy that. The enjoying propensity was there with them. That is because they are addicted to the senses. So if that person also, by look, they are elderly person, they are experienced person. If we are seeking the advice from such a person, if Pariksit Maharaj situation, so only 7 days is there. So what I need to do? Then if you go and get the advice from that person, what you will do? Oh, you have so much of wealth. Do the party. Get a woman, get drinks, call your friends, enjoy the 7 days. Then you leave them. Then it will be good. So this might be the solution. Sorry, the advice given by the elderly person who are engrossed in the intoxication, because they know only, they are thinking that is the happiness. So they will give that kind of advice. So that is the third class method of seeking the advice. That is the third class method of leaving the body, dying and seeking the advice. And the second class, in the sense, some they may be some pious people, so they will say, okay, give whatever you have, give it to others, help others, whatever the thing you can do the charity. And some may say that, okay, for example, some people are doing the meditation, you be in the meditation, you focus on the um, Brahma Jyoti, so that Lord will come. You need to focus on this, that. They will say, do meditation. They will say, meditate. Somebody say, you need to do the Ashtanga Yoga and worship. Do this, do that. So these are the second class, which are not meant connecting with the Lord. So the first class method is, at the time of death or in all circumstances, connecting with the Lord, remembering the Lord is the first class method of. This is the first class method. That is a process recommended. That is a process recommended by Sri Krishna directly in Bhagavad Gita. That is the first class method. Remembering, always remember me. Never forget me. Always remember me at the time of death also. And whenever you are doing in this material world, when you are be in the material world, that time also is ensuring, is ensuring that you need to remember me alone. So we are not sadhus who need to, we are sadhus supposed to dedicated, sadhus are dedicated their lives for 24/7. They are dedicated their lives. They are roaming around temples and going to the different temples, and they are always preaching about Krishna, and they are discussing about Krishna. They are making devotees. Their intention, they are 24/7. They are thinking, their mind, everything, it is only about Krishna. How can I serve Krishna? And how can I serve my spiritual master? Because the spiritual master aim is to serve Krishna indirectly. So all this sadhus, so their especially who are in the Krishna consciousness, their aim is to serve Krishna. But we are all materialistic people connected with the material life. We are we are still not yet fully taken the spiritual path. We are in the two sides. Both the sides we are connected. We are connecting with the material life also. We are connecting with the spiritual life also. Since we are grihasthas, we have to run our family and we need to taken care by our children. So that's the reason we are taken both away. But mostly we are connected with the materialist thing. So for such person, how can we are connected with most of the daytime mentally we are spending in the office or spending in the some other business, spending in the some other work. So how can we can think about Krishna at the time of death? How can we remember? Yes. What is the remembrance at the time of death? It will come. Whatever you are doing every day, that only we will remember at the time of death. If some actor is there, so he was acting. So at the time of death, he will think about acting only. He won't think about anything else. Somebody, an intoxication person who is drinking every day. At the time of death also, he will drink only. Somebody passion to go on the car, driving the car. Driver, for example, the bus driver is there. Was entire life he was driving. So at the time of death also, he will remember that death, the driving only. So whatever we are doing in our whole life, at the time of death, we will remember that only. So that is the reason only the Lord gave the so especially for the materialistic people, especially the materially connected people like us, we are aspiring to connect with the spiritual path. We are aspiring to remember Krishna always, but it is not happening. So in order to practice, so this Brahma Muhurta time, whatever in the morning time, 4:30 to 6:30, it is specified specifically for the people who wanted to make use of spiritual activity. So if you are using this 4:30 to 6:30 time for the spiritual activity, that will keep in your mind always, because that is the prime time of your day. And once you wake up, first thing that you are connecting with the Lord through chanting of the holy name of the Lord. So that is the reason, and hearing about the Lord. So now we are chanting and hearing in the morning itself. That is, if you are that, then we are utilizing this 4:30 to 6:30 time very effectively, because this is the very effective time of the entire day, entire 24 hours. This is the very effective time. That's why it is called Brahma Muhurta. So in this Muhurta, in this 2 hours, whatever the activity you are doing, you will attain that. And you will definitely are going to remember that only at the time of death. Some people are dreaming, sleeping and dreaming by this time. At the time of death also, they will feel that no. Somebody drinking and sleeping, they will at the time of death, they will think that they will get to know, they will come there. Mind is going to remember that only. And why this Brahmavata is specific means our mind, we have very less thoughts, and it is in the optimum position, and it will observe the things very easily, very quickly, and more observation will be there in our mind. So since it is a starting of the day, that is the quality of the mind. So since it is starting of the day and early morning, our mind, everything clear, and our memory and all, night itself, it is arranged by during the sleep, it got arranged properly. Whatever the scattered mind here and there, everything got arranged. So through our thoughts, it is arranged. So that is the reason we need to sleep properly, and we need to wake up by 4:30 to 6:30 to do the sadhana. So this is the way we have to design our life. So in the scientists now, they are identified that our sleeping pattern, okay, there are 4 stages they are seeing. 4 stages they are telling. First stage is you need to go to bed and close your eyes. Sometimes for 10-15 minutes we can feel that what is happening surrounding in our surrounding. Some sound, some song is going on, somebody light is burning. So all those things you can feel what is happening surrounding me. Even though you are closed your eyes, you can feel that. So this is the first stage of sleeping. And the second stage is you are getting into the sleep and you are not hearing anything. You are getting into the sleep. It is a empty. You are not, there is no thoughts, empty. Then the third stage we need to go. The third stage is there. In that stage, you will get some dreams. So sometimes the dreams may be not connected. Sometimes we will think that we are in the school and sometimes immediately we are in the office. There is no connectivity will be there, but our dreams, we will get the dreams. The dream, whatever the whole day, whatever we thought, we think, everything will come and it may not be connected, but the dreams will come. This is the third stage. So dream comes means, that means you are in the third stage of your sleep. So that is a deep sleep. During that deep sleep only, our mind will be get arranged. All the thoughts will be get arranged by our body or our subtle body. It is arranging our thoughts. Whatever mind will work in that time, it will arrange the thoughts. It's arranged means our thoughts are scattered here and there, and it is whatever the unwanted thoughts. It also stored in our mind, which are not remembered very frequently. So that thoughts it will remove and it will put it in the dustbin. How we are removing the dust? It will remove the dustbin. It will put it in the dustbin, so that thoughts won't come at all again. So and the thoughts, this thought, that thought, it is arranging the multiple thoughts. That's the reason we are getting the multiple different kinds of connectivity in the dream. Without the peculiar dreams also will come during that time. So that means your memory is getting arranged. It is getting cleaned. Your memory is getting cleaned. So after that, the fourth stage. So you are the deep sleep in the third stage. After the fourth stage, again, what are the first stage? It will repeat. You will get to know the surrounding sound. Then after that, you will wake up. So these are the 4 stages in the sleep. So if you are proper sleeping, all the person you are sleeping properly, they will get into the 4 stages of this 4 stages. If you are not getting dreams, that means your sleep is not proper. That means your memory is not getting allocated. You are in the confusing mood and trembling mood. And if you are getting, you are able to hear what is surrounding happening in the whole night, that means you are not sleeping at all. That means you are sleeping are disturbed. So your memory, your mind won't be fresh. So if a dream comes, that means you get the proper sleep. So after getting the proper sleep, minimum 6 hours we have to sleep. The elderly person, if the old person, sorry, if the young children, they have to sleep minimum 8 hours. For the elder person, adults, they should sleep 6 hours is enough for adults. So we need to make use of this time, at least minimum the 10 to 6, sorry, 10 to 4, 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. We should be in the bed. If you are able to do, catch this. If you are able to make sleep from 9 o'clock itself, that is well and good, because whatever the sleep we are getting before 12 o'clock, that will be counted as a doubled. If you are sleeping 1 hour, that will be counted as a 2 hours, because that is a very good time for the sleep. And what is happening at the 11 p.m. to 3 p.m., that is our body also getting, our body itself, it is getting repairing. So deep sleep is necessary for body repairing and mind repairing also. So we have to sleep at the proper time, and 10 p.m. to 4 p.m. we have to be in the bed. If you are trying to wake up by 3 a.m., then you need to shift your sleep by 9 p.m. So that minimum 6 hours sleep we will get. So once you wake up, then our thoughts are already cleared by our sleep. So our mind is fresh. So that time, whatever activities we are doing, that will absorb by our mind very quickly. And it will be there for forever. So that is the reason the people are asking when we are in the childhood, our parents, our grandparents used to say, wake up in the morning and study like that. Why? because our mind will be fresh, and whatever we are studying, it will observed by our mind, it will be there in your memory always. That's the reason it is, they are saying morning we need to study. So the similar will be thing applied for even if you are completing your study, you are going for the work. Now the similar thing applied for if you are wanted to aspiring for the spiritual life, aspiring to die as a spiritual person to go back to Godhead. If you are aspiring for desiring for that, we have to wake up by 4:30 and we have to make use of this 4:30 to 6:30 time, because that is the only prime time we can remember the Lord without any disturbance. We don't our office work, our family problems, nothing will disturb in the 4:30, 6:30. So the 4:30, 6:30, it's a prime time for all of us to remember the Lord. So if you are chanting the holy name of the Lord in the particular time, that will be observed, it will be there in our memory forever, so that at the time of death, we can remember the Lord easily. So the thing what we are doing today, every day, morning, that is we are studying. This is a study. How we are studying for remember for the exam. Similarly, we supposed to remember the Lord at the time of death. That is the reason every day we are chanting the holy name of the Lord, and we want to remember at the time of death. So that is our exam. Death is our exam. For that, we are studying every day. So without miss, 4:30 to 6:30, please do that. That is our all circumstances, any circumstances. That's what two questions Pariksit Maharaj asked. So the sages, what we are going to say, we'll see. But for us, already Krishna told in Bhagavad Gita, for us, wake up in the morning and do the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. That is Yuga Dharma. And so that our mind will be always pointing to Krishna. And at the time of death, the second question, at the time of that, what we can do to, at the time of death, we can remember Krishna. So this is the takeaway from today's class. So please be consistent in your sadhana. So that will make us the tremendous effect in our next life. It may be next life, maybe the Goloka Vrindavana, because that is possible if you are making use of this prime time. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.